Elizabeth, it's 2002. You're at St. Joseph's University studying economics and finance. Did you ever think that you'd own Very Real Estate today?
No, I had no idea in 2002 what I would be when I grow up.
What was the driving force to go to St. Joseph's University and study business? It was like a business curriculum that you were focused in, correct?
Yes. So
finance, economics.
Yep. So I graduated high school in 2001, and I was looking at colleges. I think it's a really hard thing when you're 18 years old to set a career path. I think we put a lot of pressure on young people to say, okay, you're going to study this and you're going to be this person when you grow up. Because you're 18, you're still trying to figure out. I mean, I didn't figure out who I was until I was probably 30. So I was 18. I was planning to go to college. I knew that I wanted to study business. I had always had kind of an interest in it, I guess. And I went to St. Joe's because I wanted to stay kind of locally, but I wanted to live on campus. My dad went to St. Joe's. I really liked being there. My cousin, Kate, was 2 years older than me, also at St. Joe's. That's why I chose St. Joe's. And I studied finance because I was good at math and I hated accounting. So there was no science behind how I got into finance, but that's how I headed down that career path.
Now, when you were in school, were there any other extracurriculars that like almost deviated you from that focus path of like, I'm going to focus on math, I'm going to focus on this, or where it was your head down and you were focused in that curriculum, like in what your skill sets were?
So like I got into real estate because everybody told us all the time, they really drilled it into you at St. Joe's. It's all about internships and internships and internships to help you get a full-time job. Huh. And so I graduated college in 2005. The economy was so good in 2005, especially for a finance major, because, you could do anything. There was anything that you could do with a degree like that. And I remember distinctly, I was sitting in a management class at the time. It was the spring semester before my junior year. And the professor at the time says, you know what, I know a lot of you are stressed out about getting an internship this summer because it was critical. St. Joe's said you have to have this internship your summer between junior and senior year, which will launch you into a full-time job.
Like if you don't have it,
you're kind of in trouble. And so it was the spring semester, so it was probably, March time frame. I still didn't have an internship. I had no idea. So this professor says, and it was great advice, she said, well, take something that you like, couple it with your degree, and get a job in that field. So I was studying finance, as I mentioned. I always liked real estate. I grew up in New Jersey, in South Jersey. My parents still live in my childhood home.
Wow.
But I think my mom always wanted to move. So she would pack my younger brother, Kevin, and my dad and I up on Sundays, and we would go to open houses. And I remember being 10 years old, and I knew how to read a floor plan. And really? I loved it. I loved the marketing materials. I loved real estate. And so I quite literally did what this professor said. It was 2004 at the time. I Googled finance, real estate, and Philadelphia because I was living in Manayunk and I wanted to kind of stay in the area. And that's how I ended up in real estate. I got an internship in commercial real estate.